watching Canadian Muslim news on Muslim Network TV from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Catherine Bullock. Assalamu alaikum and greetings of peace. Today a conversation with Shaheen Junaid about seniors' well-being during Ramadan. But first, some news headlines. Government relaxes temporary foreign workers program. Manitoba MLA Obby Khan, first politician to use Quran at swearing-in ceremony. Police investigating after BC South Asian family receives threatening notes. On the verge of extinction, Maasai leader on government relocation efforts in Tanzania. And now the details. The Canadian government is making immediate changes to the temporary foreign worker program to meet labour shortages in several sectors. To address seasonal peaks, there will no longer be a limit to the number of low-wage positions that employers in industries such as fish and seafood processing can fill through the program. Global talent streams and high-wage workers are now eligible to work up to 3 years, giving them a chance to qualify for permanent residency in Canada. Job vacancy rates reached an historic peak in the third quarter of 2021 in the accommodation and food services, healthcare, retail, and manufacturing sectors. Manitoba's first Muslim member of the Legislative Assembly, Obby Khan, holds the Quran during his swearing-in ceremony Monday, breaking another milestone. Ibrahim Khan, who goes by Obby, greeted his colleagues in the legislature with the Islamic greeting of peace, Assalamu alaikum. Progressive Conservative Khan made history last month after he won with a narrow margin against Liberal Willard Reeves in Fort White, Winnipeg. Khan says that he does not take this honour lightly. His achievement is a reminder for others to aim high and make a difference, he tells local media sources. Vancouver Island Police are investigating as a South Asian family has been receiving multiple hate-filled and threatening notes. Messages found on their car since January say things like, "Your kind is not welcome here." They use the N-word and include the Ku Klux Klan symbol. The family has since bought extra security cameras and bear spray. Constable Marcus Anastasiadis in the Saanich Police Department says that it's not conclusive that the notes are linked, though it does look that way. Those kinds of messages have no place in Saanich, he tells local media sources. The constable adds that such actions constitute promotion of hatred under the Criminal Code of Canada. More than 400 families from the Maasai ethnic group are being dislodged from Ngorongoro Conservation Area in northern Tanzania, raising questions about their survival. While the government claims they are moving out voluntarily, Maasai pastoralists say they are being forced to relocate. Maasai leader Joseph Laser says that the government's move to relocate them will put them on the verge of extinction. Addressing Maasai chiefs in mid-March, Tanzanian Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa expressed concern that their herds threatened wildlife in the region. The Maasai refute the concern, saying that this is the government's excuse for removing them and building hotels and infrastructure for tourists. And that's it for the news. Our guest has recently retired from the West Island Citizen Advocacy. She's going to join us now to talk about seniors' well-being during Ramadan and reflect on her experiences with an advocacy group. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Shaheen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
First, let's just start out with our Ramadan greetings. Ramadan Kareem. How is Ramadan going for you?
Alhamdulillah, going very well.
Now, you sit on something called the Seniors' Wellbeing Table. Do you have any tips and advice for seniors this Ramadan?
Well, in my humble opinion, seniors should first take care of their health. And if they find that the fasts are too much for their health to take, they should give money instead and perhaps fast at a later time, or when the days are a bit shorter, because especially people that come from where I come from, my background is from Pakistan. We used to have like 14-hour days. Even in Mecca and Medina you have 14-hour days, which is a very good time period for fasting. So my advice to them would be to take care of their health first.
On the seniors wellbeing table, I'm guessing that you're taking care of seniors. There are a lot of seniors who feel very isolated, especially during the pandemic. Is there anything around Ramadan tips about how not to feel isolated?
In the especially in the West Island Citizens Advocacy, when I was on the board there, they used to have very good programs for seniors. We used to have younger people during the pandemic go into the homes, all masked and everything, and they used to teach the seniors how to use the tablets to get in touch with their family face to face. And so some of the friends started doing like a weekly meeting with friends with the Zoom link. So there are lots of programs, and if you feel isolated, there are programs like the Advocates and the Protege program that the Vikka, West Island Citizens Advocacy, short as Vikka, has for seniors. So
now, you just said tablets, and I was first thinking that you were going to talk about medicine tablets, and then I realized you're talking about.
No, I mean the computer tablet.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, I understand. I have elderly people in my family, and one of them doesn't even want to even buy a computer. So I think that that's a really great program. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes, we did a fundraising, and where we sent out emails into the community to donate towards the tablet program, and I should say the computer program. And then we had about 21 or 25 tablets to distribute to seniors to get in touch with their, and the young people used to follow the protocol, go into their homes and teach them how to use them, so they could be in touch and not feel isolated.
Was it hard to get young people to sign up for that kind of thing? I think young people don't always like hanging around with seniors.
No, we have very good young people, volunteers. We have very in the community, yeah, in the community at large, yeah.
And did you witness? I would have loved to seen a senior connecting with their family through technology.
I always connect with family through technology, so I'm a senior. I can be your example. Yeah.
Tell us then, you mentioned already the organization that you used to be on the board, West Island Citizen Advocacy.
Yes, they have lots of programs. First of all, as I told you, they have the advocacy program where you are the advocate. You choose somebody that you will take care of, and he or she is called a protege, somebody who's isolated, somebody who is, how would you call, challenged. Then they have the church apartment program where they supply housing for people who are a little bit challenged, and the community at large does not want to give them housing. So they have secure housing where they take care of those people. And then they have it's called Rendezvous Zar, which means a program where people who are not as integrated into the society, they express themselves through art. And yeah, so
You mentioned West Island, and I keep thinking of the West Indies, but we're in Canada. So do you want to just tell us about the West Island that you mean?
The west part of Montreal, there is a suburb, a few suburbs that are called it's West Island. So that is why.
I see. Okay. So this organization, which I think you called WICA for short.
Yeah, West Island Citizens Advocacy, WICA.
Is it mostly a Muslim organization?
No, it's a community organization, community at large, But I joined them because I thought I will learn the tools to help my community.
What kind of tools do you feel that you've learned to help the community?
I have helped a few people, get in touch with Vikka to help them fill out forms, or if they think that they are being abused by their younger generation, in the sense that there's financial abuse, there's many kind of, there's harassment, people
Mm.
don't take care of their elders. There are many people in the community who think it is taboo to talk about these subjects, and that is why I couldn't get through to the Muslim community. But a few did get in touch with me, and
Mm.
I did find help for them. So this is how, these are the tools that I got.
So that's a very sad story. Muslims abusing their seniors. How did they know about you? How did they find you?
I put myself out there.
Mm.
I put myself out there. I said, hey, I am involved with this program, which is really good for you. And there are many programs for seniors. There is a program called Nisha Support, where our community comes together, the seniors, and in fact, my friend Samina Uddin, she organizes luncheons. This is before pandemic I'm talking about,
Mm.
and where she organizes lectures. And now during the pandemic, they are having online presentations and things like that.
So can I just circle back to that very sad story of the senior abuse? And you put those people in touch with Vikka. How did they help solve that problem?
And they, at one time I had to intervene and go into somebody's house. I don't like to talk about these things online,
Mm.
but if you want privately, I can tell you that I had to do certain things. I had to go with in fact, the police
Mm.
to, yeah, yeah.
Mm. Okay, so we won't talk about it.
No, no.
There's an anti-hijab law. Is that affecting you at all?
Of course, it's going to affect me, but it doesn't affect me personally, because I am a senior. I'm retired from my job, and I used to have my own little business, so it didn't affect me, the hijab law. But I know of people who are affected.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
definitely know of people who are affected. Yes, it is a very discriminatory law, and there has to be a solution for this.
And has Vikka done any advocacy around that particular law?
No, I think Vikka is more involved. I mean, if I would have approached them, maybe they could have helped me in some way. But we have other organizations helping. We have we formed a coalition with some lawyers and some churches and some synagogues, and we're advocating on that surface.
So if your advocacy, if I understand it right, has been mostly with this non-Muslim group, did you experience any racism yourself?
No, not at all. Not at all. All the organizations that sit on the table are wonderful. Yeah.
Well, that's really good to hear. That's
Yeah.
very good news.
Yeah.
Do you have any final messages that you'd like to share with us before we go?
Well, I would say to my community, my Muslim community, do not reinvent the wheel. Join the organizations that already exist, and have a presence there. Have a presence.
Well, we're unfortunately out of time now. I would like to ask you more about that, but maybe another time. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of Ramadan.
Thank you. Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem. Thank you for watching us on Canadian Muslim News. If you like what we do, please share, support, and like. And stay safe, and God bless.